Hey everybody, what's up? Yeah, we're back with some more Bachi Chronicles. I've taken a lot of different videos. I was working on my childhood video so much that I've got confused and all lost on where I am in my timeline. I need to go back, but I've been working on these videos for a while now. So I just did the last video. I talked about me making a lot of money off of saving a guy his contract. Yeah. So we'll go on, but that's the topic of these two videos. I think is to let everybody know it wasn't always ice cream and pancakes and strawberry dressing, strawberry toppings. It was there were some times where I was like, "Are you serious?" And the last video, that's one of them. And there's other guys out there. I remember people like Sledge. I mean, Sledge. It didn't matter if I picked up his dry cleaning or if I bought something for his wife that she asked for, he would just tip me 5 times more than what the guy gave me for saving him a contract. I mean, you have these guys that are just so generous. I'll talk about it later, like Andrew Jones. He bought me a first class ticket home to see my family. I mean, these guys, some guys are just above and beyond, and then some guys are just amazingly not. I don't want to say stingy and cheap because it's a mean word, but you pick the word. So here's another story. Okay, one of my players that I'm contracted to needed me for a day, but I had already promised another player I'm not contracted to that I would help his family out for the day because they had family visiting. And it was the one I'm contracted was short notice, and I did find somebody to help take care of him. It just I wasn't there, and he wanted me there for it. But it was okay. And so I meet this player's family in the morning, like 8, 9 in the morning. Japan doesn't really open up that early there. Things move later here. But I meet his family at 8 or 9. They want to go to Tokyo and Shibuya, and they want to go see a temple and stuff like that. So that's totally fine. So I'm not driving, so we have to take a taxi or train. They want to take a train because they didn't want to waste money on a taxi, a $150 taxi ride, whatever it was. I mean, these guys, they're making $800,000, $500, $1 million, whatever they're making. But, they don't want to waste money. That's fine. The train I love the train. It's quick. It's easy. It's on time. Straight shot. So whatever. And so we get to Shibuya. Some shops aren't really open yet because it's still early, and I told them this. So they're complaining. That that's fine. And they have their baby stroller with them, and their daughter was like, I want to say she was 7 or 8. I mean, she really didn't need a stroller, but it's not for me to decide. Some kids that your parents would prefer them to sit down and relax. She was just kind of big for the stroller, and the stroller they had is extremely big. And in Japan, it's small. If you come to Japan, be prepared for the aisles and stores to be a little smaller. The train machines, the ticket machines that let you in, they're smaller. So some of these strollers don't fit through. So you've got to kind of be ready for that. I mean, I would you go out and buy these $1,000 strollers that flip around 360 and have all these wheels and stuff on it. You can't even use them here. You're better off to buy one of those $10 strollers with just a fold up cloth and you put them in. So anyway, we're going around with the stroller, but it doesn't fit anywhere because it's too big and bulky. I wind up having to carry it or stay outside holding it, and that's totally fine. I'm doing my job. I'm here to help out, and I'm just here to help out off of tips, whatever they give me. That was just a helping day. So we walk around Shibuya 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Now things are starting to open up. They're checking out things. I can't take the stroller in, or I've got to carry the stroller. And now the daughter doesn't want to walk, but she doesn't want to ride in the stroller, so they're asking me to carry her. And she's like 8, 9 years old, so I'm carrying a stroller and a 9-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid. It's okay. It's my job. I gotta bust my butt so I can make it one day. So then we do all the shopping stuff, and they bought a bunch of little things here and there. So I have bags on the stroller, but when I can't push the stroller, I've got to carry the bags and carry the stroller. So anyway, we go to a temple. Now, I don't know what you guys think a temple is or have seen, but temples are usually kept in old, traditional, original way. So that means no concrete, no pavement. It's gravel, it's bricks, it's rocks. And I guess depending on the stroller you own, the easier it is to push over gravel and rocks. But the strollers I know of are not made for off-road. There are some that wasn't one of them. The whole 360 turning, gripping, and handling, flip over, it wasn't working on right. It wasn't an off-road stroller. So you got to go up this big steps and cliffs, and I'm carrying the stroller. The daughter don't want to walk either, so I'm carrying the bags and the stroller, and I can't carry the daughter, so they got to take one. So what do? They take like 4 of the lightest bags, the grandma and the wife, and I wind up carrying the daughter. So I don't want to complain too much. It was a horrible day. So I can't push the stroller through the gravel and the rocks and all this stuff, so I'm just carrying the stroller the entire time. And this thing is heavy. It's just a big, bulky, and I told them we don't need it. I told them not to take it. I told them that, it's better if they use a smaller stroller, because they had one. They had a little small, but they wanted it so they could put all their stuff on it. I said, yes, but a lot of places you want to go today aren't made for strollers. So, but of course, what do I know? I've only been here for 20 years. So we do all this shopping and stuff, and we go eat. We go to, I think it was, I don't know, TGI Fridays or Outback or one of those restaurants, because they're picky about the food. And we all order the food. The daughter orders chicken fingers or whatever. Chicken fingers come. She takes the plate, picks it up, throws it on the floor. Says, I don't want chicken fingers. I want whatever other kids thing they had. She literally took the plate, threw it on the floor. Just bam. So I don't want it. So grandma's cleaning up the floor. They order her another plate. Are you serious? If I'd have done that, I would have been eating it off the floor with a foot on the back of my head. Like when a dog pisses on the floor, you wipe your nose in it. That's exactly what had happened to me. So I'm looking like, really? You're just going to let her take the plate and throw it on the floor? No punishment. I'm not saying you got to beat your kids. You're the parent. You decide what's best for your kids. But discipline and beating is two different things. Every child needs to be disciplined. So I'm watching it, and the kid just throws another tantrum fit, and that's fine. And so finally we get on the train to go home. We got all these bags of strollers, all this stuff. Get home about maybe 9 o'clock at night. 12 hours. 12 hours I spent with this family. And so put them in, put everything up, give them the stuff, unload everything, help them with their stuff that they bought. And I think they had some stuff downstairs they needed help, so I brought it up for them. So the wife comes up to me and gives me a 500 yen coin and says, thanks for today. The 500 yen coin doesn't mean $500, doesn't mean like, $50 in yen. That's $5. In yen, all you got to do is take off 2 zeros. If it's 1,000 yen, that's $10. So they gave me a $5 coin, and she said, thank you for today. And shut the door. I don't care what country you're from, or where you're from, or what job you're doing. $5 for 12 hours work is, I believe, I'm not a mathematician here, but I'm saying, I believe there was laws passed for this kind of child labor abuse, or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I'm just like, what? $5 for 12 hours. That was what I worked for that day. People are like, you must be making a lot of money. I don't even know the math. I'd have to get out a calculator and figure it out. But $5 for 12 hours that was under 50 cents an hour or whatever. I don't even know. Anyway, so after that, I met up with my player I'm contracted to that actually needed my help. And he's still a little upset that I wasn't there. But I'd already told him way in advance. It's already been in the schedule. He made a mistake, and it wasn't my fault for just booking this other job. I told him like 2 weeks in advance, this day they want to go to. I'm busy, so he was all upset, and he's like, they better have paid you at least. I pay you a monthly salary. They better. And I was like, yeah, it's taken care of. Don't worry. And he's like, how much you give you? And I'm like, don't even worry about it. And he's like, no, he's known to be a cheapskate with everything. So I want to make sure because he paid you. And I was like, yeah. It could have been more, but, because I can't make rumors. I can't talk bad about these guys. They're friends. They've been playing together for their entire life. I'm new in the family to these guys, so I just have to keep it quiet. So now he's like, no, tell me how much right now. You work for me. Tell me. And I was like, they paid me, and don't worry about it. And he was like, what, $100? They better give you more than $100 for the day because you were out there for 12 hours. And I was like, yeah, not really, did $100. He was like, don't tell me they gave you $50. I was like, actually, no, they didn't give me $50, so you're okay there. And he was like, 70? I was like, no, not that high. And he was like, you better tell me right now how much he gave you. I was like, well, he wasn't there, but the wife gave me $5. And this guy flipped out. And I told him, don't do nothing, don't worry about it. So he's like, yeah, okay, because, I don't want the bad rep. So I guess, anyway, the next day he talked to the guy. And he was like, so did you take care of Bachi for, all that work? Because I needed him yesterday, just so you know, I needed him, but he told me no because he had to deal with you. And he's like, yeah, my wife gave him like a tip. And he's like, how much? And the guy was like, I don't remember. He was like, no, how much? I want to know because I pay Bachi a certain amount. I want to make sure it's, I'm not paying him to do, too much or too little. If she gave him a big tip, I want to know so I know what to match it. He's like, yeah, I really don't remember. He was like, no, find out, tell me, I need to know. So he's like pushing it, I guess, from what I heard. So he was like, I think he gave him like $5, but she thought I paid him too. So she was just being, and he was like, okay, she thought you paid him, but yet she still gave him $5. I don't care what country you're in. A $5 tip is just insulting for 12 hours of work and carrying all the stuff. So he dug in the fire and it turned out. Anyway, I didn't get any trouble because he made it sound like it was his concern. But yeah, 12 hours for $5. That's some of my work days. It's not all roses. Just remember that when you're like, oh, I wish I could babysit a baseball player for a day and take care of him. Like I said, they're not all like that. Some of these guys are more than generous. I looked at it as I make more money off some of the generous guys that pay me, way overpay me for stupid little things I do for them. So this is just like one of those take it with pride and walk away type feelings. I was just like, whatever. I make $1,000 for rebooting one guy's computer. I made $5 for 12 hours of work. So you just have to roll with the good times and take the bad ones. All right, well, that's it. So look forward to the next video, and talk to you soon.